Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Arara Kenchington Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here today. And I'm so excited. We have Alphedia Arara Kenchington with us today, and we're going to be talking about dragons, the dragon realm. We're going to be doing a live guided meditation with the dragons. And I'm so excited because I have one. I'll share really quickly that I got from Arara. I'm Alphedia Arara. You know, I got this, I don't know, it feels like this year
probably last year or in the summer. I've had 2 batches of them. Yeah.
And I love it, you know, and it's like I had to get it as soon as I saw it. And it's like, oh my goodness, you know. So for those of you who don't know Alphedia, she is an author, a spiritual channel, an earth wisdom keeper. She offers spiritual guidance, channelings, workshops, retreats, and transmissions from many beings of light in their many realms and dimensions. She's an international facilitator, and people from all around the world take part in her courses distantly. I've taken many as well. And during the time of her spiritual awakening, she was recovering from a serious illness that left her unable to move for over a year and a half. And it was during this period she became profoundly clairaudient and started to hear angels, elementals, and other light beings. And so Alphedia founded Elemental Beings, which is a mind, body, and spirit business in 2007 after guidance from Archangel Metatron. And she was to write a book on environmental messages from the elements, from the elementals, messages from nature's guardians. And her second book was Ascending with Unicorns. And in 2013, the dragons asked her to form the Dragon Wisdom School, which recently came online as a place for her dragon channeled messages to be shared and for channeled dragon workshops to be created to help people with their journeys. And so that's why we're talking about the dragons and the dragon realms today. But that just came online like
well, what happened was I did have a website which launched when I launched the Dragon Wisdom School. But then, if you might remember, there was this global crash where everybody's websites got corrupted and everything. And so the Dragon Wisdom School, everything got wiped off it. And we just saved the Elemental Beings one, which is a much bigger website. And so we focused on saving that one. And then we just had a house move. So we've now got a centre. And so it's just taken 2 years for Dragon Wisdom School to get back online. But it's bigger and better. There's lots more free information. There's a free ebook if people sign up. It's free to sign up. It's just to help everybody connect with the dragons again, and so lots of information on there we can talk about tonight.
It's also on Facebook. There's a Dragon Wisdom School Facebook group or Facebook page as well. So first of all, welcome, Alphedia, so much.
Thank you so much for inviting me tonight.
I don't know how I found you earlier this year. I think it was somewhere between January, February, something like that. I found you on Facebook somehow. Maybe somebody mentioned your name, and then I just started participating in some of the online distant workshops, and then I started buying stuff. So I bought the dragon, I bought this golden healer.
You've got an amazing golden healer. I love them. I've just got some more of them in stock here.
I got this one as well, right?
Oh yeah, the star being, star being.
There's more, but they're on the shelf, but these are the ones that are here. And I've just so enjoyed the workshops. I have to say, whenever I am present and I listen, I just go out. I'm like,
a lot of people say that the energy just blasts them.
Right, it's so powerful. And so it's like, after participating in a few, it's like, okay, I really want Alphedia to come on our show to share your wisdom, your energy, your whatever you can with us, because I just think you're amazing. What you've been channeling and what you've been sharing with the world has been just like, I've loved it, right? And then I had to stop because it's like, okay, I can't buy any more stuff right now. I have to wait.
You can have a breath for a bit. Quite a few customers have a breath for a bit, and then they come back, and it's fine. It's
like I just have to take a break because I have to make some more money so I can buy some more stuff. And participate in more of those workshops. It's like, but they're amazing, and so that's why it was for me. Because I've worked with your products, with your workshops, worked with you. I wanted you on the show to share, right? So
thank you. I'm sorry it took so long. My diary is just so super busy, crazy, because on my one day off a week, I voluntarily run a forest school for children. So I'm also a forest school leader, so I get the kids out into the woods, and it's a big thing in the UK. I mean, it's a Scandinavian education system, and I trained in it about, this is probably my 4th year of running it, so I trained 5-6 years ago. My son's now 7, so yeah, he was probably about 2 when I went off and did my 2-year training to do that. So yeah, I don't have much time, and then, you know, it's just with doing the courses and with doing all the other things, and so it just wasn't happening until now, so it's perfect. So there we go.
And you've been doing lots of retreats as well in different places too. And I was like, oh, I wish I could go. It's like, oh my
I know.
God.
Well, I'm just hopefully booking Glastonbury for next year. I haven't done Glastonbury since 2014, and I'm also trying to. They just don't give me much notice. They said, you're doing a retreat at the winter solstice in Fortingall. That's not a problem. I've run 2 retreats there. It's amazing energy spot in Scotland. But the problem is the venue I used to use, which was this house, they sold it. You know, it was a rental house, and they caught a holiday cottage, and they sold it. So desperately trying to find a new venue. I think I've just found one, so I might secure that tonight. So yeah, you're right. I'm just back from running a massive one. I think 60 people took part. I had 25 in attendance, and 40 around the world doing it distantly, and that was the Inner Resurrection Retreat. It was a big one. It was with Lord Osiris and Goddess Osiris and Lord Osiris and Goddess Isis, and the dragons as well came into that one. So I like to do a bit of earth healing on the retreat, so get people to the sacred locations, and then we do really intense work. I mean, I think on that last retreat I started work at 8 o'clock in the morning one day, and I finished at 2 p.m. So, you know, I work hard on these retreats, but I've only got people together for such a short space of time. I want to cram in as much. So I always say, don't come on one of my retreats if you think you're coming for a holiday or a break, because you are worked. But everybody gets massive transformations, and they really, really enjoy it. In fact, you often, when I advertise a retreat, it's like 3/4 full just before it's even advertised, because previous people are like, I'm coming again, keep me a place. So so I'm coming to England again this year, which it's always Scotland I've been doing. So it'll be interesting to do a retreat in England again. So I'm just waiting to see what the dragons are going to be doing in Glastonbury, because I have run dragon workshops in Glastonbury. For those around the world who don't know, that's in Somerset, England, and it's sort of the main spiritual town of the UK.
When do you think you're going to do that?
I'm going to do it in May, so I think it's going to be the 23rd, that weekend. I couldn't get the weekend. I wanted the Beltane weekend, and the venue. My main issue is that the number of people that want to come were too big for a lot of the retreat venues, you know. And they were like, yeah, no, it's fine, we've got plenty of space for you. And then they realised, oh no, this really small group of like 5 people's booked the meditation room for the whole weekend. So I was like, well, I can't really have that now then. So yeah, we're looking at the end of May, which the weather will be nice then, at least.
Yes,
that's always usually nice weather at that time.
That's true. You have to look at that. I'll be in Canada, I think, in May, I mean, definitely June, but I think in May and June I'll be in Canada visiting my family.
Oh, so you're from Canada then?
Yes.
I thought your English was very good for an Austrian. Not that Austrians have very good English, but they have a kind of, one of my best friends from university, he was Austrian, and he lived on the halls of residence opposite me, and it's funny, he spoke English with a Welsh accent. And I was like, was your English teacher Welsh? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, I think he was.
That is so funny. Yeah, no, I mean, my husband is Austrian, and so he definitely has an accent, right? But he speaks really good English. Yeah. Thank goodness. But yeah, you know, so for me, it's about, okay, like, I would love to, you know, so even if we can't attend the physical retreats, sometimes you do offer the distance.
People do it distantly. So what happens is I take a photograph of the distance people, and also the names. I call at the start of the retreat, we call them in, I introduce them to all the people who are physically there. I usually know where they're from, or, you know a bit about them. So everybody who's attending, and then people really feel included. Often I send a meditation out beforehand, or some prep work for those distantly to do, because energetically they are there. And that's the thing that most distance people, and the same with the workshops, because of the way my holographic matrix and energy field works, I'm a transmitter of energy. So if my intent is that somebody's present, that their higher selves are there, and at the end of every workshop, you know, at the end of introducing everybody at the end of a workshop, I say, and we welcome in those who are taking part in the future, because time is an illusion, and your energy enters in now. And you know, a lot of people who do the retreats, because I set up a private Facebook group for the retreats that nobody else can see who's in it unless they're on the retreat. And they all sort of message each other saying, oh my goodness, how are you feeling today? Because I get back and I'm like, they're all talking about, oh, I felt like a little pain going at my heart. And so they're all feeling it and they don't know the schedule.
Yeah, it was the construction 17.
Okay.
They switched off the wrong thing.
Okay, sorry. We did not have heat or hot water, you know.
Oh,
and I had told my husband this earlier in the day, and I said, there's no heat, there's no hot water, you know, and he's like, oh, it must just be something. But some people were working in the building and they turned off our gas, you know, by mistake. And it's like,
oh dear.
That's why I'm cold, you know.
I know it's minus degrees in Scotland tonight, that's for sure.
But now it'll be all good. So sorry. So that was the whole kerfuffle today, and that's why when we were just getting ready for the show, my husband was trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. You know, it's like, you know, what can we do? And it's all good now. All right. Thank you, my love.
You've got heat now.
Now we can relax and
chill out and
know that when I sleep later, I won't be cold, because, you know, my community would not want me to be cold either.
No.
I know Linda's going to type in right now, thank goodness you have heat.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, so sorry. So my husband was just telling me it's all good now. So yay. But yeah, so the people do get involved in the retreats. People do get involved with the workshops as well, you know, whether you're live.
Yeah, so most people who do the retreats have done workshops with me, but occasionally, like this year, the lady flew over from Canada actually, and she'd never done any of my classes, but she knew Lisa, who does all my retreats, and Lisa was engaging with you beforehand because she does my website and my emails. So I was actually full, and then Lisa contacted me. I was on holiday down in England, and she said, do we have any more space? My friend wants to come from Canada. And I said, no, I think we're full. And then another lady pulled out. So sometimes with the retreats, things jiggle around, but I just know that it's always in divine perfect order. But yeah, so, and then afterwards, I'm working through this week so those who don't get to attend on a retreat, they also don't get the personal messages because they're not there. But I either do a one-to-one session with them afterwards, or depending on the retreat, or this one, they get to email 2 questions and I channel through. So I try to include everybody who's around the world. The angel said to me, you know, I was running courses before I had the baby 7 years ago. I was running courses all over Scotland. It was quite tiring taking the same course around everywhere. And then, of course, everybody started having MP3 players and being able to connect with everybody around the world. And they said to me, you've got to do something different to what everybody else is doing, you know, and that was, we invested in top quality recording equipment. Luckily, my husband is a technical wizard, so he does all that side of things. And it takes hours. People don't really realize a 5-hour workshop takes 15 to 20 hours to process all the files, because he changes the levels, he cuts out the coughs, the sneezes, the bits and bobs, you know, he has to cut them into chunks and everything. So it's a really professional experience, which I think people really like, because there are some people record courses, but they could be hissing, they can't hear what people are saying, and then it's like, you know, so we brought that in, and it just really took off, and people just started coming. I mean, I think last year we had customers in 56 countries around the world, and I've not done any advertising apart from Facebook. My intention is just people find me, you know, transmit the vibration. So I'll maybe invest in doing some Facebook ads or doing some advertising.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to. You're
okay,
busy.
just snowed under at the moment with
You're busy enough.
People book the one-to-one channeling, so I had closed them off for a while because I just got overwhelmed, and I had a car crash. I was hit by a car in March, and so I had to close them off in April because I just couldn't cope with the workload. So I've only just opened up I've not opened up the soul channelings yet, but I've opened up the dragon channelings and the sort of dragon skull channelings. So if you want a message from your dragon skull, people send in a picture and I channel through for 10 minutes what the dragon wants them to know. Or I've got a whole pile of dragon soul channelings, so people can ask up to 3 questions, and then the dragons will talk. And it's just because when I'm channeling, it's through my clairaudience. I'm just allowing it to come straight through me. But because I can hear the dragons, a lot of people can, and they can't get the guidance, and they really want to get the guidance. So I know it's a really important thing for my customers to get that reference point, which is why every full moon I channel a workshop. This month, next week it'll be Merlin, the wizard, and I've done a lot of Merlin and the dragon workshops as well. because dragons are all about earth healing. There's dragons of all different elements. So if people go onto the Wisdom School website, dragonwisdomschool.org, you'll see I've listed all, I mean, there's more to be added. I've got to do the sand dragons, I've got to do the wealth dragons. There's all different types of dragons that have come forward to me. And I know there's more out there, but I've put up the ones that come forward to me, and then I put up an invocation to help you connect with them and do a little meditation to connect with them. And that's something people can, do at home, and then I channel workshops with them. So, we've got workshops ranging from £10 up to the retreats, 275. So most workshops with dragons, we've been doing a series this year of all the elements, and they're about £20. But full day ones, you would get a personal message as well channeled for you during the full day workshop. So it's a whole different range for people to connect with the dragons, and they're so good to work with just now because they're all about transformation and change. And we are all going through transformation and change just now, and we're moving out of the old earth template, the 3D inverted matrix, ego, self, and we've got to transmute these lower emotions of fear, of anger, of greed, shame, jealousy, whatever they are for you. And that's a lot of the work that the dragons are doing to help us and closing down the timeline. So it'll be a big workshop for 11/11. I only channeled it today. I don't give people much notice. You'll literally just have to keep checking my page every day. There'll be a new workshop come through. But that's going to be about supporting us for this next stage, because this solstice point we're coming up to is marking the end of the first 7 years since 2012. The ascension process, and it all happens in 7-year cycles. And so the new earth templates are opening up at the solstice. Our rainbow heart is opening up, and this just means that we are able to dream into reality, to create the new earth. So we have to start looking at what is it we want to manifest as light workers in the new earth. And the dragons are excellent because they'll shift the blocks. So if you think, I don't know, call in your dragon, get them clear whatever's making you not know, because we have all this knowledge inside us. We have all this wisdom. It's just the veils of illusion, our conditioning, our ancestral karmic inheritance, our patterning, the conditioning that's been placed into us, before the age of 7 is really how we see the world. I learned a lot about that in my forest school training, about children, how everything's really set in stone for the first 7 years. So that is why the early years, nursery years, are so important in the child's life. And, working with the dragons, they will just come in and transmute and shift these blocks. So that's and that's why I love working with the dragon skulls. I thought we could do a little session with this beautiful ether dragon. So this is one of the 6-inch clear quartz Himalayan dragons that I have. This is my personal one. I don't know if you can see all the dragons that are on the shop at the back there. The big ones at the back. Anka, the yellow one, she's a Scottish serpentine, and she does offer our healings, and then I channel through a message from what she's saying. So I put them live again last Sunday, and I think I had 50 bookings in the first 3 days. So it was like surprised. A lot of no, and they shift so much. You would not believe how much shifting you can do with the crystal skulls and the dragon skulls in your life. And it's just helping people to open their minds, to broaden their awareness, and to be able to go into their hearts. And this is why the heart work is so important at this time, because you trust through your heart, and we've been so conditioned by society, by teachers, by the legal system, media, and it's about us. The dragons want us to return to our heart, to access our talents and our unique gifts. And I'm actually an environmental scientist, believe it or not. I studied environmental science at university. I went to work in Parliament. I used to advise politicians. My old boss is now the Shadow First Minister of Scotland. It's really funny how I've gone from that world, sort of scientific, political world, into doing all this work. But it's still the same thing. It's still about working with the ley lines, which the dragons travel up, hence they're called the ley lines, doing a lot of work on blocking them. So part of my mission is to awaken the earth healers, so people who want to help the earth energetically, but they maybe don't know how to. So I don't know how your interviews work. I see somebody put a chat up. Do people want to ask me questions?
I was just going to say, I was going to ask everybody, how many of you have dragons of your own? Is a good question to ask you all. How many of you have a dragon personally? And yes, if you have questions for Alphedia about dragons, working with dragons, and I'm not sure what else we're going to you can answer, Alphedia.
Mm-hmm.
You can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. So, I have this one, the one that I got from you earlier.
Okay, do you want me to talk about that one? Because that's a very, very rare dragon. So this is the Scottish Suvite dragon. So basically a meteorite hit Scotland millions of years ago. And a bit like Moldavite, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Moldavite. I'm sorry, I'm sitting on my legs, so I just need to put the camera down a bit. And so it's a tektite, so there's Scottish tektite within there. And my friend Julie, who's unfortunately on the other side now, it was me and her were like to our geologist, we have to get dragons, you have to start carving dragons, find a dragon carver, they really want to come in. Anyway, so she was up in somewhere in Scotland, she came across a big chunk of it. Now, it's free to take, it's, and she gave them to the geologist, said, see if you can get carved some Scottish Suvite. And so he says, oh, don't know, okay, we'll see if we can get it into the carver. And anyways, the first batch came, and there was, I think yours must have been the second batch then, if you only found me this year, because the first batch was last year. And so, yeah, there was very few of them were carved, and they sold out within within hours. Because they're like a Scottish Moldavite. And so that's Scotland has, I'm a geologist as well, Scotland has some of the oldest rock in the world, and that part of Scotland in particular. And so what you've got is all this ancient knowledge and wisdom, so it's within the crystal, which allows the dragon that is residing within your crystal skull to help you access that ancient earth knowledge. Plus it's got the galactic knowledge from the tektite energies. So it's I've tried to get some more, but I don't think there will be any more. It's the same as the Scottish serpentine. I had got loads of them carved and they just flew out as well, and I'm still hopeful we may be able to get some more of them. But so you've got a very rare dragon there.
So of course, as soon as I saw it, it's like I have to have it. It's like it just pulled me. It's like I have to have it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know very much about dragons, but I knew that they were wisdom keepers. And it's all about wisdom and bringing forth your own wisdom, as well as burning through the blocks, the doubt, the fear. All that stuff that we have, right?
Yeah, no, that's great. Because see, the dragon skulls, for those who are not used to working with them, they have like an etheric body, so the head's there, and then they actually have an etheric body, and so this one's quite big because it's a 6-inch, so it's got a big body. So you have to give them space for their etheric bodies, and then you can work with meditating with them. Most of my lot take them out onto ley lines and we just leave them to do earth healing work, or in your garden, in your house. Right. I've been sleeping with Refundus, the big black dragon, because we've been getting a bit of psychic interference at night, sort of off-world energy, we're very protected, but just we were waking up and things. And then since we moved Refundus into the bedroom, now Refundus is my first big dragon. He is a 10-inch black obsidian, so black obsidian are the master dragons. I'm waiting on some more. In fact, they may have just arrived actually. I might have just got 3 more 4-inch black obsidians, because I've been not able to get them for a while. And they are very good for psychic protection, and dragons in general, if you've got a dragon skull in your house, they're very good. But I also call on the dragons at night to protect my home, or if I'm away on holiday and there's circling around. So dragons are, so many different types of dragons, and they're flocking onto earth again now. There was a period where dragons were physical, but then they didn't like what humanity was doing, so they retreated like the fairies into other realms. Right. And since the 2012 moment, they decided humanity was ready to work with their energy again, and they've started flooding back onto earth to connect and meet everybody. So my Guardian Dragon workshop is always a popular one because it's to help people be introduced to the dragon that's working with them, or the dragons, and just to make that connection, and once you've got your Guardian one, you can kind of go on and meet the other ones, is usually a good thing. But I'm not sure, can I see this chat box? Can I?
You can.
Okay.
Click on chat.
Let's have a look. There's Angela. When I was younger, I used to read up a lot on dragons, fairies, and Irish folklore. Oh, well, you're probably an incarnate elemental, Angela, or you are here as an earth healer on a mission to work with them. So do check out my elementalbeings.co.uk. There's loads of free information on that, and I've got lots of courses. There's free meditations on that one as well to connect with the unicorns and the fairies. You might enjoy that. Jennifer, I feel my dragon I have 2 at home, but I'm not sure of their names and how they are helping me, but I feel their presence strongly. Oh, that's good then. Well, a good thing to do is just ask them to show you their name. You might see the name. Somebody said to me that, sorry, my fish is trying to jump out of his tank. He's a bit annoyed because I switch his pump off because it's quite noisy, and he's okay for an hour, but he does protest a bit. I've got a big Oscar fish, so he's quite a big one. He's just jumping out there in case you're hearing a plopping sound. I mean, not physically out, but just trying to make me aware that he's not very happy. So you just ask them to show you. You might keep hearing a song, or the word might come to you in a dream. Maybe one of my customers said they'd asked to get their dragon name, and they kept seeing these vans, and it was a delivery van. I can't remember what the name was. And then she was like, oh, wait a minute, is that your name? It was a company, the name a company had chosen. And then the dragon was like, So, you just, they'll communicate in different ways.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so Angela's just saying she doesn't know hers, but she would love to. Yeah, as I say, I've got workshops on that. Jennifer, I've been told I'm going to Scotland to help with the earth grid. Oh, well, I do a lot of earth healing work in Scotland, Jennifer, so look out for my retreats. As I say, I'm going to be doing one in Fortingall. It's the middle of Scotland. So that'll be for the solstice, 21st, 22nd of December. Mm-hmm. Come along if you want. How do we know if you have a dragon or not? Okay, Margaret. Well, the fact that you are listening to this, that you've been interested to find out about dragons, that means you've got a dragon sat around you going, watch this video, listen to this chat, whether you knew it or not, because you just wouldn't be interested. It wouldn't come into your conscious reality unless you had a dragon guide with you. So, Bobby, just found out I have a dragon, don't know anything about it. Does it have a message for me? I'm sure it will do. I'm not doing live channeling tonight, but if you have a dragon, if you go onto my website, you'll find ways to communicate with them. You'll find invocations you can say, and there's lots of free information on the website. But if it's come through, I'll have a message for you. Probably, I feel for you, it's wanting to remind you that you've been a dragon priest in the past. So I've got a whole page on dragon priests and priestesses. There was a dragon temple in Atlantis, and a lot of us worked with the dragons there and learned how to work with dragon magic. So I feel that's what's going on for you, and that's the message. So they want you to start to work. So sign up to the Dragon Wisdom School. It's free, always will be free, but you'll get on the newsletter, and then you can access all the information. Mm-hmm. So Angela, are you looking for a name for your dragon? Okay, if it comes through, I will let you know. Jennifer, thank you. Nina, when my son was born, I started to be attracted by dragons. It was something with him because I kept putting dragons in his bedroom. Well, maybe your son is got a mission to work with the dragon realm. I often hear stories like that of people's children, coming in. My son loves dragons. He has got 3 dragon skulls now. He's got 4 because he's got a 4-inch iron pyrite. He's got a 3-inch merlinite. Now, I only had a few of them, and I just knew he was like, I have to have this dragon. He's only little, but he was like, I just have to have this. And I was like, you do, this dragon is for you. He's got this 2-inch mangano calcite, and I think he's just got 3 right enough. But yeah, children do love them. A lot of my customers buy dragon skulls for their children to connect with it. But Maria, is there a message? Okay, well, I don't know if we're doing messages tonight. I don't know what Alara was wanting to do, but we'll see if anything comes through. Okay.
So there's a Sonia. Sonia has her hand raised. So Sonia, go ahead. I'll go ahead and unmute you. 1 second. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sonia.
How are you?
Sonia was on my last retreat. She came over from Canada.
Nice. Wow.
No, you asked if any of us had dragons to put our hands up, so I just put my hand up because I do have now quite a few dragons.
Lots of dragons, Sonia.
Awesome.
It's become an obsession. It's out of control, actually.
I understand.
I don't know if it's their fault or mine, but
they just all like to join a tribe. They like to hang out together. I mean, I've got so many that I think I'm never doing any work with you, but they're like, leave me alone. I'm doing my job,
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Sonia.
Even if they're not doing anything or we're not working with them, they're still working.
You're still working, and you do amazing grid work with them, so well done you as well. And I do teach about how to work with dragon grids and dragon skull grids and things in the workshop. And it's nice to see you online, Sonia.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Sonia. Okay, so, and you know, when I got my dragon from you, my husband was jealous. He's like, oh, I want one. And then it's like, yeah, we'll wait. We'll see. You know, it's like.
Oh, well, tell them there's lots of new ones that are up on the shop now, and I've got new ones have just arrived, literally just been delivered to me by by courier today. So I've got a big box to go through. But
awesome.
Yeah.
Linda wants to know if she can share her poem about the dragons.
Yes, please. Is Linda on video?
Yeah, she's going to unmute herself.
Yep,
go ahead.
I'll talk.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, we can't hear you anymore, Linda. What happened?
Better?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. A time of dragons and of kings, where fairies unfurled their silvered wings, where elves and gentle water sprite walk the earth through soft moonlight and fill it with their mystic light, where parents in their stories weave a path for children to believe that magic's but a breath away, even now, here today. So children, as you close your eyes, may magic spin its lullabies within your heart.
Oh, I got chills. That was so beautiful.
That was so beautiful, Linda. You're so talented.
You need to share that on my Facebook Dragon Wisdom School if you want. Everybody would love that. That is beautiful. Thank you.
You were talking about Glastonbury?
Yes.
Were you in Avalon?
In Avalon?
Yeah.
The area of Avalon, yes. So I go to Glastonbury every year. I've had many incarnations in the past in Glastonbury. So it's one of the heart centres of the earth as well. And my guides told me after I had a bit of a difficult birth. I mean, everything went perfectly, but I had to have a cesarean section in the end, and my baby was upside down, and I'm allergic to morphine. So the doctors and anaesthetists were all freaking out a bit about how they were going to deliver this baby because I was egg bound, basically. My waters were broken for 5 days, and I didn't have any contractions. So anyway, the baby came out on New Year's Day and it was all fine, but it took me quite a while to recover. And I was told by my guides that every year I needed to go to either Iona, which is one of the heart centres of the world, or Glastonbury. So this year I've done both because I've been to Glastonbury. Luckily, my mother-in-law, she's 87 now, bless, she just lives 45 minutes away from Glastonbury. So we can always do Glastonbury when we do our annual trip to Mum. So, and I did a big Iona retreat this year in April. So we had 25 of us went to Iona and did a lot of earth healing work with Mary Magdalene. And yeah, I've had many incarnations in Avalon. Yes. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you now.
Can't hear you, Linda.
Oh, I said I have a beautiful one about that one too. I was so drawn to Arthur, King Arthur, and Merlin especially. So that one came through too. It was gorgeous.
Well, I live in Merlindale in Scotland. So the centre where I'm sat just now is in Merlindale. So yeah, strong connection with Merlin here. And my husband, that's how I met him. He's a Merlin Vortex practitioner. So Merlin's a big part of my story as well.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Wow. Linda. Yeah, there you go. I muted you. You muted you. Perfect. All right, where are we? Here we go. All right, so yeah, Merlin is also really, I just did a process with my healing group the other day, and Merlin came in, and we did this beautiful process that is like I was not expecting at all. So I work with Merlin, I work with the dragons, and it's so interesting because it's like it opens you up to something different, opens you up to the mystical, opens you up to the magical, and that something else is possible, right? I think you're muted. Hold on. Oh. There you go.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so people can hear me now. Yeah, so dragons are steeped in myth and legend because they have very magical energy. The reason they have magical energy is that they connect with many realms and dimensions, and they're alchemists. So like Merlin is an alchemist, and working with Merlin energy, he's a Celtic and earth alchemist. The dragons are as well, because any being that is about transformation, transmutation, that's where the alchemy comes in. So it's told the whole thing of turning water into wine. You know, my husband's done that. I've tasted this because I don't drink, but I've tasted this water that's turned into tasting like wine. That's one of the tricks that Merlin teaches in his vortex healing training. So, you know, it's a magical journey if you want to go on the dragon journey. If you want to go on the dragon journey, but the dragons do want to give some messages because they've just come through. So I'm just going to see who had asked for a quick dragon message. So I
mean, everybody will now.
Angela, can I see Angela? Is Angela on video?
Angela, are you here on video?
Yeah, she's there, but I don't think she's on video because she's gone black. But anyway, okay, Angela. So the dragon is saying to you to keep faith. So I don't know what's going on with your life at the moment, but you've got a bit of doubt coming in there, and it's about keeping the faith and staying on the path of light. So that's why this dragons come forward, and they really want to help you. So maybe you've been having some doubt spiritually, or you've been feeling things not been working for you, not showing up, and that's why your dragon is because faith is such a key aspect of doing the spiritual work and working with dragons, because it's about always staying connected with divine source, always remembering to ask for the help, because the dragons can only help you if you give them permission to. So, you know, you have to say to them, what is it you want me to know? What can I do? I give you permission to connect with me. I give you permission to interfere in my life, basically, for the highest and best, to help me. You know, so we have to always remember to do that. Who else? Bobby. Let's see if this dragon wants to give you a message. Okay, so you've actually got a brown dragon. I can see this dragon, and it's a dragon of the earth, and it's asking you to stay focused. So I don't know if you've had some distractions in your life, but it's about staying focused on your inner work. So it's about maybe taking time out to spend on your spiritual growth, maybe doing a course, connecting with the dragons, getting some more guidance. So it's really about focusing your energies on your spirituality just now. And Angela, your dragon didn't give a name. Sorry, it's quite a sacred thing. I've got quite a few dragons that won't give their names. It's a bit of a test for them. So you've obviously got to get the name yourself. So I think that was all. Has anybody else asked for a dragon message?
Maria. Yeah, Maria.
Okay, is Maria? Can I see Maria? It just makes it easier to connect and then tie up whose dragon is who. No, I can't see Maria. You must be on the phone as well. Okay, let's see, Maria. Okay, a green dragon is around you, and it is a dragon of the earth. Funny, it's all the earth dragons. That's your certified one, Alara. Yeah, all the earth dragons to the floor. It's a green earth dragon for you, and it is saying that don't forget the fun in the earth walk. So many of us forget that we're actually here to have a good time. Okay, we're here to enjoy ourselves. We're here on a mission, and that's important, but we don't have to be serious all the time. So it's really wanting you to lighten up a bit, actually, and just have some fun. Joy is such an important energy, and if you're struggling to find joy, I mean, you can find joy in doing the dishes and the ironing if you really want to, you know, things we all have to sort of do that are maybe a bit boring. But, you know, if you do it with joy, then your whole life changes, your whole reality sort of changes.
Okay, so for those of you who are asking for a name, don't bother asking for a name.
No, it's just that the dragon, yeah, well, sometimes the dragon will give a name, and they will often, you know, when I'm doing the dragon channeling, they will, but it's quite a sacred thing, so they might not be, you know, they would maybe give it to you, but because we're open to everybody, and I don't know how many people are listening live at the moment, so just a little drink.
I hear you. Oh, of course, everyone is now asking for messages.
All right, yeah, well, we'll just do another couple of minutes of messages then, and we'll get on to the next session. So who have we got? We've got Erica. So your dragon is an air dragon. It's a blue dragon, and it's helping you with your thought forms. I don't know if you do any theta healing or Sedona method, but you want to be looking at, see, our thought forms create our reality on life, and we have a lot of subconscious thought forms, and your dragon is trying to get you to look at your beliefs, and it's wanting to help you change your thought forms. So I mean, I'm doing clearings every day. A thought will pop into my head and I see it as a limiting belief, and I uncreate, delete, destroy that. So you want to maybe look into some of those healing techniques, or get your dragon to help you with clearing your thought forms. So the air's about the mental body, so that would make sense. Oh, Somalia is lovely. She is in the Netherlands and has been over to our centre as well. And do you really need a message? You can get your own messages. Let's see which dragon of yours is going to come forward. Right, so for you, it's a white dragon. And this dragon is saying that it's about you having faith. You're on the right path. But again, for you, heart chakra, and it is abundance block. So looking at where you're limiting yourself with abundance at this time. And we'll do another couple. Angels 88. I don't know if you're online, but okay, you've got a fire dragon, and your fire dragon is helping you to have more confidence in the work that you're doing. So call on your fire dragon if you've ever feel any doubts about your earth healing work, or you're saying you're healing the land in places, then, you know, call on this fire dragon, and fire dragons, your fire dragon is really going to help you do work on your sacral chakra as well. Okay, use that. Okay, so okay, and Renetta. Okay, so you, Renetta, have a water dragon with you. It's an ocean dragon. So that's all about emotions. They're with you to help with your emotional body, and this one in particular is actually wanting you to help with healing the seas and the oceans. So the energy of the oceans are requiring some healing, so they're asking for healing. Gosh, there's loads of people online now. We're not going to get through everybody getting messages, but what to do, guys, is I do messages on my Dragon Wisdom School Facebook Live, or on my, so you can friend me, Alphedia Arara Kenchington on Facebook, and I do live sessions and I bring through messages on them on Facebook as well. But we've only got like a bit longer, so we will we'll continue with the interview, because I really would like to take you on a meditation tonight. Oh, Sonia, I can see you now. So yeah, so that's what I suggest we maybe move on to, and then any time after we can do some more.
And the reason why more people have jumped on is because normally we do a call at 9 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern. So because we started half an hour earlier, maybe some people didn't catch it, you know, at that, you know, they didn't notice that. Yeah, time change. That's why there's like
no, that's okay. Yeah, because we've just changed in Scotland, so we've actually just gone back an hour as well. And I have a small child. I have to bed. So he's quite happy tonight. He's up till 8:30 at least. So you know,
nice, good for him.
That's why I think this is a good time for me. But anyway, who would like to go on a meditation? So yeah, Kim, baby dragons you're mentioning. So I've got a page on baby dragons, and yeah, I call them dragon pups. And when you get a dragon pup, they come to you to sort of learn about humanity. And we used to have this lovely schnoodle dog. He died last year, bless Romany. He's the sort of the star of my first book, Messages from Nature's Guardians, which is about all my experiences when I first opened up and to connect with them. And he was terrified of dragons. I always knew when new dragon pups were around, because he'd be like skulking around, and I'd be like, some more dragons come, Romany. But I think towards the end of his life, we got him over his fear of the dragons. So yeah, it's
all right. So who's ready for a meditation? Yeah, awesome. We're all ready.
Great. Okay, ready for meditation. I'm just going to put this dragon safely so I don't accidentally hit it with the singing bowl. So I'll just put it back on the shelf.
And just, I'm going to warn you guys ahead of time that whenever I listen to Alphedia when she's doing meditations, guided processes, you know, I go out. I'm like gone. I don't hear anything, you know. So I will try and be fully present today.
Don't worry if you drift off. That's perfectly normal. Somali and will tell you that, as well as Sonia, because they do loads of my courses here online too. So they're well used to, oh, where have I been for? But we're just going to do a short one. We're not going to do a big hour one that we sometimes we'll exactly. do. I don't know. I'm just going to channel it. So that's the thing is, with being a channel, it takes a lot of trust, because you know, sometimes I sit down for a 5-hour course thinking I have no clue what I'm going to say for the next hour, and I've got 80 people who have signed up to get teaching or wisdom. And at the start, it was a bit like daunting, and now I'm just like, everything's always perfect. Whatever comes through is going to be really, really healing. So I have no idea if it's going to be an earth healing thing we're going to do now, if you're going to get personal healing, if you're going to get some guidance, but we will see what comes through. Maybe you'll meet a dragon, because some of you have been asking to do that. So I'm going to just work with, so I'm also a sound healer, so I have lots of Tibetan singing bowls, I have crystal singing bowls, I have drums, percussion, rain sticks, but I don't have my table set up here. It's down the other end of the centre, so I'm just going to work with one bowl, sorry, and we do have a rattle as well to bring you around. Just,
that'll be great.
Just want to make sure that you're not going to be disturbed. And be a good idea if you're able to close your eyes, and I will take you on a little healing journey with the dragon realm. Okay, enjoy everybody. So this is a heart chakra singing bowl. So just allowing the sounds of the heart chakra bowl to relax you. Feeling yourself expanding your auric field, closing your eyes when you feel ready, and just intending to center your energy. As I invoke now the presence of the dragon realm to speak through me. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are the dragons. We come to you now in love and light, to support you on your earth walk experience at this time. We are connecting now with you through your solar plexus chakra. This is the chakra at your diaphragm, below your rib cage. And you will feel our beautiful golden light enter into your energy field now. Now the dragons of the golden ray are connecting with humanity now in order to support you all through this next stage of ascension. The golden ray frequency carries the Christed light codes, codes of unity, codes of divine love. And you see, feel, sense, notice now your auric field turning golden. Taking the awareness to the top of your head, you ask for your crown chakra to open now. Connect above to divine source, bringing all that beautiful white, pure light from the divine down now into your chakras, cleansing you, purifying you of any negativity, any doubt, any fears. Now you take your awareness down to your feet chakras. Sensing, noticing, feeling two beautiful golden roots of light, one from each foot, burrowing down now, deep, 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 deep down, into the center of Mother Earth. As you reach the center of Mother Earth, you spread your roots out like the beautiful roots of an old oak tree, grounding you, anchoring you and connecting you to Mother Earth's loving wisdom. Alama kiuia kiuia. You bring all that love, all that wisdom up from Mother Earth, deep, deep within her heart, up, up, up these roots, up into your heart chakra now. We ask the dragons of this golden ray to dissolve away any hooks and cords others have placed within you. Any soul parts, soul fragments of others that have attached to you. And any spirit attachments that are ready to be released now to the light. Now we ask for any reptilian or off-world technologies to be transmuted, transformed by the powerful dragon realm, to remove this interference from your energy field. Now you set any personal intentions you have for your healing journey with the dragons today. All of a sudden you may start to notice with your third eye, or you may feel or just know the presence, two beautiful golden dragons coming around you. These dragons now are taking you on a journey to your inner wisdom. Golden dragons have come forward at this time to support humanity in its ascension to the light, and to help alter the frequency and the vibrations of your holographic matrix and energy field. Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is Alfhedia. I am the golden dragon who is welcoming you into our golden cave of wisdom. You will journey now on the back of the golden dragons that greeted you to our sacred mountain. And here, you are welcome to our cavern within. This is a 8th dimensional light cavern. As you reach the entrance, you feel shivering through your energy field as you walk through into the inner chamber. What we have done is altered the frequency of your vibrations. We ask you now to take your awareness to your heart center. Take your consciousness there. Are you ready to open your heart now to 8th dimensional frequency light? If anyone has any fears of doing this, any objections, any doubts, just ask the dragons now to come forth and transmute. You will see many of us within this cavern will come to assist you. And when you're ready, you'll be led over to a golden throne. You see that there is a fire burning, and beside it there is a massive point, high frequency gold. Within this point of gold, which is taller than you are the keys, the codes and frequencies that your soul is seeking to reactivate within, to aid you on your own personal ascension journey. When you walk forward, You have the choice to walk through the golden flame of transmutation. If you wish to have an energy clearing first. If you do not wish to do this, you can go straight over to the golden point. But know the benefit of being ready and willing for transmutation to come in all forms for you. To purify your energy, for you to be able to activate and receive. These ascension codes now. So as you step forth, place your hands on the gold. Just ask us dragons to unlock. Frequencies your soul is requiring to move you on to the next stage of your spiritual journey and evolution. Allow yourself to receive these. Know this is in divine order. Uli Maria Maioria Oiore Ari Holy Maya Holy Ari. Just allow these codes to integrate within you. When you're ready, you will go back to sit on the golden throne. For integration to be run on your energy field. So you're able to absorb the light language that has been released to you now. And the draconian wisdom that will aid you in your next transformation stage. We see many of you are struggling with the vibration of grief at this time. Born out of loss. This is because you are awakening and remembering life on the other side. Life when you could access your full skills and knowledge, as the veils are now thinning on earth and continue to thin, going forth. Now we bring you a personal ascension message of guidance. And you allow this to come to you as a vision, as a thought, as a feeling, or maybe you hear this guidance now. But now we come forward with a gift for you. Gift for you from the dragon realm of the 8th dimensional frequency. You receive the gift now. Take the lesson, take the wisdom and the knowledge. Know you can access this when you return back to your conscious reality. We give you a draconian blessing now to anchor the healing today. Vari kochad siachai, hoshi haohahe, murikaha, misi haho, moho hiaha, farahaho, pitahahaye, hoaha, surho, pudaha. Now this language makes sense to you. You recognize it. You remember your lifetimes of communing with the dragon realm. For that blessing has awakened you now to have easier communication with the dragons. But it is time now for us to leave this golden cavern. So slowly and gently, journey back with the golden dragons that brought you here. Bringing all the wisdom and the knowledge back with you. Taking a deep breath now. To allow yourself to integrate from the shifts that have occurred. Slowly allowing yourself to ground back, reconnecting your roots. Putting a protective cloak of light around your energy field. Taking a deep breath. Wiggling your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, you can bring yourself back round into your sacred space. Now, I'd advise you to have a drink of water if you've got some water with you. Drink plenty of water after the healing. Sometimes shorter can be more powerful. And maybe you want to write down anything that came up. If anybody doesn't remember any of that, because that sometimes can happen, you can type in the column and say what came forward. So, Angels 88, and my body's shaking and I feel the energies all around my head. Yay, good. Connect with you. It's fascinating. I've never gone to this cave before, and an 8th dimensional one as well. So we're trying to move into the 5th dimension.
Yeah.
So
No,
we're
it was
really
awesome.
ramping it up, really ramping it up for us. So yeah,
I was able to stay in it. That was my big thing. Can I stay in it? I was able to stay in it until we got to the part where you said to put our hands on the point, to receive the codes, and then it was like, then I started to go. Or when I sat back on the golden chair, then I was like, and so it was great. Oh my God. Lots of comments. Renetta has goosebumps. Linda says, I saw a huge dragon and his eye was so big and it felt so golden. Somali says, thank you. Erica, will you be hosting a trip to Iona or Avalon again, and when?
Yeah, well, Avalon will be next May. So that'll be May 2020. Iona will be 2021. I do Iona every 2 years. It's quite a lot of work for Iona, and it's 2 ferries to get there, but everybody loves it. It's always a big adventure doing Iona. So yeah, we will, unless of course I end up having to do it, because I have done an October Iona before, but the weather is, well, the ferries weren't running and we had to run through the sea to get onto the boat and everything. So yeah, I think summer is better for Iona, but I did Iona in April this year, and 2 years before that I did April, and that was quite a nice time. So yeah.
But just stay tuned, because she, Alphedia, posts a lot on Facebook, shares a lot of Facebook Lives on Facebook as well. Yeah. So just make sure you
sign up to my newsletter as well. Oh, if you join the Dragon Wisdom School, you will get onto the Dragon Workshop, the Dragon Wisdom School one. But my main company one is Elemental Beings. The Dragon Wisdom School is just about dragons. But if you want the whole thing, so I do have a workshop on Saturday. It's just a short 2-hour one, and that's the second key of ascension. That's with Lady Sarah, the daughter of Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and she's been putting the ascension codes. So we're going to work the code of gratitude. The first code we did was forgiveness, and that was really powerful. So the one on Saturday is these gratitude keys that are going to come in, and then there'll be a big one for 1111 as well, which will be an earth healing one, so some of you might like that. But if you sign up to the elementalbeings.co.uk newsletter, you get everything that I do on that one. So that's my main one. But somebody received a golden hectodendron. Oh, nice. Sacred geometry. Yeah, they like that, dragons. We're all about sacred geometry. I do a lot of sacred geometry work on the retreats, actually. So my gift was, my message was, actually I can't remember my message, but my gift was a love heart, and it was like a full love heart, like a 3D one, and it felt really nice. And I was like, oh, thank you, some dragon love. And they said, no, it's for you to love yourself more. And I thought, oh, I do struggle with self-love because I'm quite hard on myself. I grew up in a household with quite a lot of my mum was quite a critical person. She was nice, but she always saw what was wrong, first before she saw what was good, So I have that sort of habit within me, is like focus on the one negative and ignore the 2,000 other positive messages that I get. So I understood the dragon saying that. Somebody had a newly hatched baby dragon in the cave. Wow. It stood next to the black and gold dragon, and they handed me a golden book. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed that, Beverly. That sounds like a really good experience. Sonia got her crystal Merkaba. I think you've got them to work with anyway, Sonia. And a few days ago, I had been thinking about dragons, saw a dragon in the store. I went to pick it up and felt no, this wasn't my dragon. And I tuned in today on Alara's show, and it's all about dragons. Wow. Oh, that's brilliant. So maybe it's a crystal dragon that's coming for you. They're all up on my shop set. Golden trumpet. Oh, trumpets are usually heralding something. So that means some good news is coming for you, Jennifer. And a copper. You have a small copper one only. All right, Sonia. Yeah, I thought you had a big one. I couldn't remember. But
you should be getting a big one soon.
Yeah, you may be getting a big one soon. Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's enjoyed their dragon meditation.
I think so.
I can't. I always remember my messages. It'll come back to me later. I got a very clear message from them, and I thought, that's a good one. I will share that with everybody.
So one of the things I saw was, and it was strange because it's like I felt like I was standing on a cliff, like with the ocean behind me, and it's like my cape was blown off, like it flew off of me. It was a white cape, and it flew off of me, and it's like, okay, but it was a good feeling. It was nothing bad. And then it's like something else came over me, like a more like a golden cape came over me. So the white cape was, oh my God, and it's like, oh, am I not going to be wearing white anymore?
That went gold, yes. I've got I put this jumper on, and I didn't know why, and I thought, I don't normally wear this jumper for workshops, and there we go, it's my golden jumper, and I didn't know the golden dragons were going to come through. I don't think I've done a golden dragon workshop since we activated the one in Schiehallion. So I took a group to Mount Schiehallion, which is where we're going to go back to this winter solstice. So it's like the 7-year cycle. We're completing it by going back there. And we were in Fortingall, where the Jesus and Mary ley lines cross in Scotland. And the Fortingall used the oldest it's now just the second. For many years, it was the oldest tree in the world, but they found an older one in Sweden. And it's got 3 stone circles, but that's all that's left of a massive complex there. And we went to be at the 12/12 moment on 21/12/12. We were on Mount Schiehallion, and we were doing earth healing with the skulls, and then I was like, right, we're going to go to meditation with the she fairies. They want to come forward. But actually, we were energetically taken into Mount Schiehallion to awaken it from its sleep, really, the golden dragon of Schiehallion. So I have a picture of that my friend, who's a psychic artist, painted. That's on the website. So there is a page about the golden dragons as well. You'll be able to find on the Wisdom School. So yeah,
that was awesome. Fun. So yes, definitely, Brenda, please do listen to it. You will love it. Yes, definitely listen to it when you get home. Listen to the replay. I will put it up shortly. But yeah, listen to it again, right? And Alphedia is free, so we don't have a special offer, but there's a free gift on the free gifts page for those of you who are part of my community. So please do download that. It is Archangel Metatron's November Ascension Report. It's an MP3.
Yeah, it'll tell you about all the energies that are coming in for this month. And unfortunately, our website just wasn't set up to do that yet for the Dragon Wisdom School one. So we're going to get there with codes and things like that. So we just didn't have time. But if you join the school, there'll be lots of free gifts and offers come out through being part of the school. So sign up to that, and there'll be something coming out for that. I might actually release the meditation as well. We'll take a wee clip of this and release the meditation, so you can have it just as an MP3, just so you could just listen to the meditation. So you're thinking, I want just 10-minute meditation before bed. So my husband's really good at cut and pasting, so I've been recording it on one of my recorders. So I'll get him to do a cut and paste, and then you can just listen to the meditation. You don't have to listen to all the chat beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
If you sometimes think, I just want to meditate, do the meditation before bed.
Exactly.
So we'll do that as well, and we'll put that out to you.
Good. So Caroline was handed a golden egg. I love that. I was just saying, Caroline, Eagle Song Woman, was handed a golden egg. I love that.
Okay, so eggs. If you're given the egg, that means you've got to go and birth the dragon. So that's really exciting. So I've done that actually on Iona. One lady got given a golden egg, and we'd climbed to the top of Dunee, which is the highest hill on Iona, and for this dragon to be released. So ask the egg where it wants to take you. Where does this new ascension dragon, this golden dragon, want to be birthed? Usually it's on a high vibration energy spot. So yeah, just take. And my husband, I wrote a bit about it in my first book, I think. It's the first time I heard about people birthing these golden eggs, and he did that in Wales before I met him. So I think that's in my first book. So yeah, that's really exciting. But what I said was, I'll cut and paste that meditation, and people can have that through you, and you can put that onto your page with whatever you do with it as well, Alara.
Awesome.
People can access it that way as well. So
good, awesome. This was so much fun. I mean, I know there's always so much more that we can talk about. So much more. I mean, you work with everybody.
I know. I can come back for a different topic another time. We'll do that. I'll come back for a different topic. But
right,
everything
there's
about
so much
on www.dragonwisdomschool.org. So much free information on there that will give you everything you might want to know about dragons. And please do, if you have a dragon question, email me or put it on the Facebook group, the Dragon Wisdom School group. I am on Instagram, Alphedia Arara channel on Instagram. So if you prefer Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram and message me that way. But it's good to find out what people want to know, because it gives me a clue to ask them and get the guided messages and information. And I am writing a book about dragons if it ever gets finished. So, I can always include it in there as well. But no, it's been fun. I'd say my first Zoom, I've never done a Zoom interview before. Everybody uses different techniques, but it's been good. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you to everybody who has been watching. And
exactly. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your questions too. Because that brings out more of the conversation and more of the information. And yes, we will be doing more with dragons, and we'll be doing more with the crystal skulls. Like I said, I have a few. This is just one of them, but I love these as well, and as well as the this I use this one a lot with my healing group as well. And
if you want a crystal skull interview, I can do that. I love talking about the skulls. Not a problem.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about, and the ascended masters, the archangels. I mean, there's just like
got some skulls there. You might be able to see some of my skulls just in the corner there that are. So they've just gone on the shop too. So there's lots more crystal skulls in the shop. Just to say that if you do get a dragon or you get a crystal skull off my website, you also get emailed a free MP3 meditation, which I channeled, just a short one, like 5 to 10 minutes. Can't remember how long it is. Or anyway, it's just to help you connect with the skull. All the skulls I have with me, they get activated. They sit on the ley line, because we are actually on the Billinius line, which is the longest ley line in the UK. And it goes up here and off along to Peebles, where it crosses. So it's a really high vibe spot. So they like hanging out here. And so I've had some that have sat there for 2 years and never wanted to be sold yet. So, I was like, guys, you have to move on now. So we're going to do a push to help them find their homes, because they are ready now. Some of them have been to Iona. Some of the dragons have been to Iona. It will say on the website if they've been to sacred sites. Sometimes I take them to Roslin. You may have heard of the Roslin Chapel, sort of made famous by Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code. So Roslin is half an hour north of me. So it's the Mary Magdalene line. So is there as well. And there's an 8-dimensional vortex point between the two ancient sweet chestnut trees. So yeah, I've got lots of high vibe spots, and sometimes I just get in the car with lots of crystals, and we just take them to collect the codes, and then they'll be like, okay, you can go and sell now. So yeah, they just tell me, they talk to me like, well, I won't sell until you do this or that, and I'm like, okay.
So awesome. And so please
they don't have to use the word sell right now. If they say find my guardian,
find my guardian,
I won't find my guardian, or I won't let you. They sometimes say, I won't let you sell me until X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, sometimes it's me. I have to sit and have a little healing from them as well. It's a perk of the job. But so many skulls have I sort of gone through, as in gone through my hands in essence, that I don't get to connect. I mean, I do touch them all and I do activate them all, but I don't always get to sit and meditate with them all. But I have really excited. I have a new big rhodochrosite skull. I should be in that box there. And for years I've known a pink skull was coming, but I knew it wasn't rose quartz, and so rare, so hard to get rhodochrosite. and especially in a skull that size. So I'm super delighted because it's going to be a working skull. It's one that is going to offer healings for people and of the heart. So how the dragon skull healings and the crystal skull healings work is people can write what they want. Somebody wrote 900 words the other day of what healing that they were wanting. But I mean, you don't have to. You can most people just write a couple of sentences of the intention. And so we set the skull up, we read them the intention, and you get healing. You will feel the healing. It's good to lie down for that hour as you're receiving the healing, if you can. But if you can, there's lots of people book lots of sessions during their work because it's just clearing so much. People book their families in to heal relationship issues, family dynamics. I've had people work with skulls to sell their houses, heal family. You can put other people on for healing as well. And I then channel through a short message of guidance from the skulls, telling you the work they've been doing, the information. So this is going to be a working skull. And awesome. I'm really excited. I've got 2 or 3 that are ready to come on as working skulls. At the moment, it's just Lunarity, who's she's my biggest one. So she's really big. And she's an orange snakeskin jasper skull. And she specialises in timeline closing off, past life healing, karmic healing. And then there's Ardmano, who is a big Preseli 28 kilo Preseli bluestone skull. So Preseli bluestone is from Wales, and it is what's found in the centre of Stonehenge. And it's because it's like galactic energy. So Ardmano's interdimensional, so he can work on everything and anything and does really profound healing. Somalia and Sonia know that because they've had healings from him in the retreats and things. So so check that out. The skulls are on the Elemental Beings page. They're £30 plus the VAT if you're in Europe. So that's £6 VAT we have to pay on that for the healing, and I channel through the message. So I've been so busy with the skull healings, I've not been able to do my bigger soul channelings lately, but I'm going to get them started. Because I don't
know when, because you are always busy. I think I had a soul channeling. I think that's what I had booked with you long time ago. And it was awesome. It was like,
thank you. I get really good feedback on what comes through. So it seems really helpful and seems to really resonate with people as well.
Definitely.
People do seem to appreciate them. So I do find them tiring, I have to say, but they're always like, no, just keep doing them because people really require this help, and they really, it really makes a difference in the world. So, and that's what I'm all about, making a difference. And
exactly, you definitely are.
So good. Well, thank you everybody for this evening. Thank you for joining. And
yes, thank you so much, everyone. We'll definitely have to have Alphedia come back, talk about crystal skulls or something else, but definitely crystal skulls for sure is definitely a hot topic. So yes, definitely.
And Karen, wherever you are in Scotland, you can even come. You could come along to one. I'll get people come from all over Scotland, drive for a workshop. I'm down near Peebles, but I'm just about, if you know where IKEA is, outside Edinburgh, I'm 40 minutes down that road, straight down that road, then turn right to my house, and that's it. It's not as a mile off.
Karen. Hey.
Don't know where you are, Karen, but send me a message on Facebook. We can maybe connect up. So. Good.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Enjoy your dragon blessings. Enjoy that meditation again. And just continue to talk to your dragons. Just talk, to say, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Can you just be in my space? It doesn't have to be anything too specific either, but ask them for help. So, they're there to help.
Well, lots of love to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. Much love and blessings always. Bye.